Hello and welcome to Tales of Vesperia. Last time, well, we got so close to getting an answer so many times. This time we're going after Judith, so let's figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. Well, I'm back here. It did say something about going to the north, right? Admittedly, it's been a while since I recorded this, since I recorded 2 episodes last time. And it's been a busy few weeks between work and everything, so...
Alright, time to serve up some orders.
Serve up some orders?
It's just that wearing this puts me in the mood to be serving customers.
You know, those clothes make you look a little more macho than usual, kid.
Really?
You think so?
So, I guess that means Carol will be cooking dinner tonight.
Wait! You were supposed to cook tonight, Raven! Hold on! I mean, hey!
You heard the man, Carol.
Oh, I did just change costume, so that makes sense. I'm guessing we're supposed to go this way. I'm really not sure where else we would go, but okay. I never actually checked this place out when I was here the first time, so quite possible.
And here we are. Welcome to Mount Tenza.
These are human footprints, right? There sure are a lot of them.
Could it be the hunting blades?
That, or it might be the Knights.
But why would the Knights be here?
Well, Flynn was looking for Apatheia too. If that's what the hunting blades are doing here, then the Knights could be here for the same reason.
Why is everyone scrambling to get their hands on Apatheia all of a sudden?
It's a good question. All of a sudden, I do wonder why. You know, they did mention something. This is just a thought that comes to mind. What did, the other royal heir. I'm not remembering his name. I think it started with an I. I might be wrong. He mentioned something about a missing gem of some sort, right? That allows someone to become a, the proper emperor, right? Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe he wants to get an ally of his up onto the throne so he can make a difference, right? So someone who agrees with him on stuff will actually do things. Maybe that's the idea.
It was so pretty, all sparkly and glittery. I'm sure it's incredibly valuable.
As for the hunting blades, though, they could be hired to do the same basic thing, too.
We never had the chance to get an explanation from the Dawn.
If Judy will clue us in on what she knows, things might clear up.
Judy, I wonder if she'll tell us.
I don't know. It's up to her whether she'll talk or not. Of course, if she decides not to.
Yuri?
Hey! You guys, come look at this! This is crazy!
Crazy, you say? Oh, it's not much of a mountain anymore, is it?
What the heck is this? The mountain's been flattened. What could have happened?
Is there really supposed to be a town here?
Well, it was here 10 years ago. That I'm sure of.
Was it? Wait, you were?
But I can't vouch for what's happened since then.
Has the mountain been flattened? Or taken somewhere else?
10 years? That's quite a ways back. What were you doing way out here?
Well...
That voice. Is that you, freak?
Here's hoping everything's all right.
You know the best way to start off negotiations and get back on the right foot with Judy? Calling her a freak.
Let's hurry.
Well, there is a path forward at the very least, so... Good old positives.
It's even worse from up close.
I've never seen a hole this big before.
There's no way this could have happened naturally.
It looks like something exploded here.
An explosion! Are there monsters that can do something like this?
They were, but those monsters were all wiped out.
Wait, what?
What do you mean, wiped out?
And why do you know? Raven. Okay, I don't remember if I mentioned it. I think I remember thinking this when I was editing the last 2 episodes. But right now, my current theory on what's up with Raven is that he's a, like, this stuff is actually making me a bit more questioning of it. But that Raven, I don't remember if they ever actually said he was part of the Don's Guild, or we made that assumption. We knew the Don knew him. I could see Raven being basically an ambassador, maybe good friend to the Don, from, like, say, the Empire, something like that. I could imagine it. Simply because of, how he's talked about stuff almost makes it... How he's talked about some things almost makes it sound like he's on the Empire's side, essentially. Which, him being here, following around, Estelle, would make sense why they just let her basically roam free with Yuri and whatnot, yeah? And why, basically, he shows up and does shit, basically, as soon... Like, he like, follows us and tries to join our group as soon as we run into, like, Flynn and the Commandant, and they're basically like, okay, you can go off with Yuri, Estelle, you can go do your things.
What you see here, this was a battleground in the Great War.
What? Really?
So that means humans and Entelekea fought here. The humans were victorious, but there were scarcely any survivors. The facts behind the war are shrouded in darkness. Not even the official government histories give many details about what happened.
So the Entelekea did this to the mountains. Terrible power.
The Great War. 10 years ago. That must have been when you were a baby, Patty.
But this is the first time I've heard that a battle took place here.
Wait, what? So it's so wrapped up in shadows, but it was really only 10 years ago. And yet, I get that no one in our party, except maybe Raven, is probably old enough to really remember that time very well or had a chance to make a difference with anything, but my oh my, that... For not very many humans to survive, that's interesting that they don't remember much more details beyond, the legends of something they were alive for. Like, even like in your, like, even if you're like 6 or 8 or whatever, it seems significant enough. I mean, a lot of people who grew up in America and are, were around for, like, say, 9/11, remember that very clearly, even when they were young. Like, I was quite young at that time myself, and, well, admittedly, I might be a bad example, because I don't really remember it very well, because I was very young at the time. I was, actually, I was about the age range that I was just talking about, and I don't really remember it very well. You know what? Maybe it's more reputable than I give it credit for.
The Empire's kept a pretty tight hold on information about it. They've got a lot of secrets. You should know that by now.
Thought it was strange that monsters would wage war against humans, but...
What they didn't want us to know was that those monsters were actually Entelekea.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Raven.
You come across a lot if you live long enough, kiddies.
Okay, enough history lessons. We came here so we could look for Judy.
The monster's voice we heard just now. What if they've already got Judith cornered? Judy's really strong. There's no way she'll go down easily.
Of course not. Besides, I've got to give that dragon freak a beat down.
That's gonna go well.
I can't let a monster beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
Let's hurry.
Yeah, let's hurry and beat up Judy.
Man, the Great War. I mean, leaving a gaping hole where a mountain used to be.
I still can't believe how much power the Entelekea must have had.
How could the humans fight beings that powerful and not get demolished? I just don't get it.
Indeed. The Great War may still hold secrets we haven't uncovered yet. And I'll bet those secrets are hidden somewhere in this mountain.
Yeah, but the war's over now. It can't have anything to do with us, right?
I hope so, but...
proxy wars. Those can always be waged pretty much in a long-term battle, if we want to call it that. Oh, that just goes over there. I was thinking... Oh, okay, cool. I was thinking once, and then I forgot what I was thinking about. As soon as I saw the random thing. Ah, getting a lot of weapons out here. Okay, I'm good with that. Seems pretty good. Ooh. Saffron too. So, what is agility impact then? Is it evasion or speed? It could be both. You could probably use a little bit more still. You're definitely low in comparison to the rest of us. Estelle and Yuri are probably gonna be the people in my party the entire game, so might as well give them the stat boost. Ooh, hunting blade? Hunting blade looking thingy. Not sure what's going on with his movement, but am I supposed to be able to clear these away? There's like an area earlier where it had like a sort of out of place set of rocks in the same way, and I couldn't get through. Maybe I'll gain an ability to destroy rocks soon. Rock Smash! No, okay, who's the most Pokemon? Repeat, use Rock Smash! He's the most Pokemon-like guy in my party, yeah?
Oh.
Yuri, what's the matter?
I was just thinking about what Judy said. Bowel saved me during the war. I just realized that maybe she was talking about the Great War when she said that.
Well, she would have been young enough that it could have been a person that was saved by an Apatheia and ended up basically living with them over the next 10 years.
So maybe she fought against the Empire with that dragon freak during the Great War?
It'd be kind of sad if Judy was an enemy of mankind.
Maybe Raven can tell us. You fought in the Great War, didn't you, old man?
Huh? Why?
I think only someone who was on the scene would know so much about the war.
That's one explanation.
Really? But there weren't supposed to be very many survivors, right?
I'm guessing that really means survivors from the actual battling, not so much survivors from the civilizations that were around, yeah?
Very true. I thought I was gonna die back then, too. If only I died then, things would have been so much easier, too.
If only you died. What a weird thing to say.
I wonder.
So, did you ever see Judith during the war?
No, not a chance. I may be a player, but 10-year-old girls are definitely off limits for me.
Why does that not sound as sincere as it should be?
Oh, jeez.
Then it sounds like Judy didn't participate in the war.
Right. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, she'd be 9. That's even younger than me.
I feel like I never saw Baul either. Maybe they ran away from the battle?
So it was really the Apatheia who fought in the battle?
Yes, I guess so. Though at the time, we thought they were only a really terrible breed of monsters.
But wow, you were really in the war, huh, Raven? That's so cool. I thought only Imperial Knights fought in the war.
What an interesting observation there, Carol.
Maybe I'll tell you more about it when you're older.
I think the thing when I was editing that really made me think of that was his comment, after everything went down, and he was like, well, there's one way to save this, but it's a matter between guilds after all, or something like that. And I was like, wait, now that I hear that again, aren't you part of one of those guilds? You're talking about it almost like you're from the Empire, and you're like, okay, you guilds take care of it. It just sounded like that, and that's what made me think it more than anything. You remember on the boats when Yuri was like, if only we could get this sorted out easily. And also considering the fact that he basically stammered off to follow us, and have we ever actually seen him in a leadership role with the guild? He acts like he's basically his second, at least that's what we assumed. Like Don's second in command, not his second. That was yeah. But but we never actually saw him do anything like that. We just sort of, I guess, assumed based on the trust that he seemed to have. Don seemed to have in him. Ooh, more weapons. Always good to have more weapons. Even for people who still have a lot more weapons to go through with their goddamn shit. Ooh, a proper path, and I'm gonna ignore that person. I fought enough recently. This actually looks like a... Okay, if we double back, what do we see in the... Is that water? Yeah, I think that's probably water, not like sky and like fog or whatever. Didn't look as much like water from that other angle.
This is a Critian city?
More like the remains of one.
There might be some treasure around here.
What do you think Judith would come here for?
Suppose it wouldn't make much sense to say she was feeling homesick.
The hunting blades!
Taken out by someone.
Judith!
Really? Well timed.
You!
And you're still wearing that. Do we need to give you your clothes back?
Damn you! Go inform Tyson and Nan!
Hey! Nobody lays a hand on one of our own. If she's broken our laws, we'll settle this amongst ourselves. Now get out of here.
We're only trying to follow a monster we're hunting. This doesn't involve you.
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay, this is getting us nowhere. Let me at him!
You're right. It's just a waste of time trying to talk sense to people like this.
Anyone who interrupts our conversation is gonna be taking a long nap.
Leave. Now. Or do you really want to do this?
They're just gonna get reinforcements and come back.
Judith!
We should have knocked them out. Make sure they didn't have anyone come back with them.
You followed me here.
Yep. What, you think we were just gonna forget you?
Yeah. We're here to settle things for the sake of the guild.
Judith, tell us everything you know.
Why you destroyed the blastia. About the Apatheia and the Entelikeia. Their relationship to Pharaoh. All of it.
And even though you're one of us, your answers will decide your fate.
Punish the unjust, was it? Honestly, I don't know if that's really a good thing or not. You've already come this far. I suppose there's no going back now.
Really? You're gonna give in so easily despite... whatever. Okay. All that time, you just ran away and you're still just gonna give in so easily.
Come.
Okay.
Yuri, what did you mean about Judy's fate?
You know what we mean.
If there's one thing that Dawn's last moments taught me, it's that I've been too soft. If a part is infected, you cut it off before it infects the whole. Even if it's a comrade, an Entelikeia, or a friend.
You mean even if it's Flynn or Pharaoh?
Yeah. It's the path I've chosen for myself.
He's not wrong about one thing, that you need to be able to make the tough decisions, especially in a position of responsibility. You can't rule out the more severe options simply because, you know...
The hunting blades again?
We didn't just cross paths this time. We're after the same thing. We just might have to fight.
If it does come to that, you guys don't have to worry about me. But we can't keep Judith waiting. Let's go!
Carol.
Our boy's growing up.
Yeah,
Isn't there some way we can avoid fighting the hunting blades?
I hope so. But it's pretty much up to them.
Yup.
It makes me wonder how freaking, dedicated... Because they're, like, so dedicated going after this. So it does make me wonder exactly how this is going to go down. Ooh. Rebel spreads as far as the eye can see and looks up at the land which is joined all the way up from over there. Huh, okay. Weird thing to even give me a notice of. they seem very passionate about getting the Apatheia, right? So, yeah, I don't think they're going to give up, and it's probably going to be some nonsensical reason ultimately. Like something that doesn't really meet with what they want, or something like that. But like, it helps someone else, I'm sure. I doubt they're the masterminds that are going to try to use the Apatheia properly.
The hole in this mountain is like the hole in my heart. How my chest aches.
Getting all sentimental on us, old man?
Nah, it's just memories of the war. I'd appreciate it if we didn't spend too much time here.
Stop being such a coward.
Oh, that hurts, Rita.
The only way to get past a bad memory is to embrace it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Not really. I was just generalizing. Anyway, you want to hurry, right? Then let's go.
Our little genius mage is more mature than she looks.
You say that, but she also is probably not actually embracing a bad memory at the moment. She tends to avoid it.
This doesn't look good.
Get ready for anything.
Oh. Mimic? Mimic!
I heard stories of a Cridian town, but I never knew where it was.
Me too. Didn't expect it to be on Mount Tenza.
They must really value their privacy to build a whole town on a mountain.
Is there something they don't like doing in front of other folk?
Cridians are a secretive lot, to be sure.
That's a fair point. I mean, but I guess making towns and mountains isn't exactly some super new phenomenon at the very... There has to be a rock smash skill. There has to be. I've seen so many examples. Oh my goodness.
Get ready for anything.
Oops! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! What was that? Severing Fang, you say? Oh, it's one of those. Okay. That is a fucking launching attack. Here, let's try it. Oh! Come on. Ooh, that has some spunk to it. I'll have to remember I have that. That should be better against certain enemies for sure.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought?
Yeah, we got our background information already.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of blastia.
What?
This was not a blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Tenza using a new type of technology, the Hermes blastia.
Hermes blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
Why isn't it around now?
I didn't think you could make a new blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of blastia.
But something went wrong.
The blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The air krina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Because there's way too much and it corrupts people and hurts people? That's what you mean, right?
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesent of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes blastia before the humans, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
So, are you saying that... Oh, Rita looks mad. Are you saying that the blastia you're trying to destroy are essentially attempts to replicate the Hermes blastia? Or other things of that nature that are just too efficient?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those blastia were?
It's interesting. Because... I wonder if you could... If this is intended as like a parallel to... like, say, carbon dioxide and whatnot. Like, the blastia aren't the things that are putting the carbon dioxide into the air, but the idea that, the fact that you're using so much that you're just trying to be more efficient. You're pushing technology to the limits where it's just disrupting the environment, the earth, that sort of thing. That idea.
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Apatheia. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Tenza fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Emmett Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres blastia must have been a Hermes blastia.
So then you've been destroying the blastia in place of the Apatheia.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid?
Probably. I mean, we're all a bit stupid, aren't we?
What was that?
Baul!
Oh! Stop waving your hands.
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Oh my goodness. You guys even listen for a goddamn second, do you?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan.
We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone, have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Oh my fucking goodness, they're insane. They're so stupid.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside. Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Apatheia aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
Oh, did she? Okay, Judith's not even product people for Judy's the member. Okay. Quick, Judy, change your clothing. Okay. So, let's see. These guys, any good? Okay, no general weaknesses or resistances. I sort of feel like that's going to be the case for both of them. A lot of health, though.
Monsters should be killed.
That's the rule of the hunting blades. I don't care
Oh
what
my,
you think
okay.
of monsters. I will
Was that
protect
him or was that
everyone, even
her?
if it costs me my...
Less health. I feel like I should go after her first. I think I will.
It's pretty stupid to think anything out of the ordinary is automatically evil.
Hating monsters is punishable by death.
You're worse than monsters. They just got instinct. You got brains. So what's your excuse?
Shut up! We hunting blades...
Oh, come on, you knocked me out of
I
that.
guess we just gotta fight this out.
Don't blame me for what happens.
I got a good amount of health out of her.
Here I go! Split thy alluring snare and deliver my enemies unto me. I've had enough of you!
Okay, that's gonna hurt.
Sorry, Raptor Blast! Din of this... Modest land. Okay, Star Blast! Hunting Slash!
Okay, that went out. Pain.
Din of this modest army. Still fast! I'm okay. That was close. Din of this modest land. Sharper than up.
That guy just ripped through the cell. No. She wants to use that already. Ow. Okay, pain. Okay, this is not going well. Admittedly. Ah, damn it! Come on. Man, they just fucking ripped through me, so if I'm not... Even if I am defending, it seems like they just ripped through me. I still want to focus her down, but... Okay. Someone needs... I need to get out of here because he keeps just going after fucking Estelle. Wait, what happened? I've done something, that's for sure, yeah. Great! Fine! Great indeed!
This isn't good.
Don't overdo it.
Okay. Only 16,000 left on her. I guess I'll focus on fucking dealing with this guy then. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. You know what? Let's actually use my defensive strategy as necessary. Okay, well, never mind. Do I have a... I don't have Mystic Arts yet, do I? I didn't think about that. But he's not in his overlimit anymore, at the very least, and yeah, I'm about to get hurt, aren't I? No, he went after Estelle. Okay, neato. Okay, she's almost out. So let's, yeah, focus on her. Okay, she's down. Good. It seems easy enough to, come on. Okay. Shit. 21,000 left. Are we out of life bottles? We might be. That's good.
Annihilate the vulgar before me. Spiral blast. Din of this modest land. This is bad. Spread thy alluring snare and deliver my enemies unto me.
I'll blow you away. No way. This is it.
Ah! That's such a...
Incandescent locust. Annihilate the vulgar before me.
There we go.
Annihilate the vulgar before me.
Ooh.
Were you going easy on them?
I'll fight anybody who lays a hand on my people.
Was I going easy on them? Rita? That's mean. That's mean. God damn it. I completed on my first try at the very least. God damn it. Special flag, though. That's a key item?
That's the logical outcome.
Oh well. Estelle would be the one to go down.
I'm sorry.
Like, right when we run out of life bottles. Ooh, okay. Please let us go heal. Yay! We can heal. More weapons, okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm good at that. It's like, whatever. It's I hate how this like works like 50% of the time if the like slope is even slightly unflat. Feather cone. Cool. Oh, she already has one even. Okay. They literally just gave me one. And presumably if Patty wasn't in the game, aka the original game, I would have just gotten an extra one for no reason. Neato. You okay?
What's happening?
Yeah, what happened? He's shining. Did they get him?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Entelekea.
Okay, here's our Pokemon. When does he learn Rock Smash?
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best.
And then suddenly, imagine if she did accidentally use it just out of instinct there. Woo.
Well now.
Amazing.
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us. Of course we'd help.
That's right.
Oh, whoa. Wow, okay.
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him.
Okay, so is that just his head or is that like the majority of his body? Or wait, what?
You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
We have a flying dragon.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Are we gonna trade in a ship for a flying dragon, maybe? Oh, that would be interesting.
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Well, good thing we didn't dock in a goddamn port town. Okay, that is a good amount of his body, that head part. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was thinking like Shenlong, like a long dragon but with a head that big. Like he's still fucking big, man, but still. I guess it makes sense given the Is he carrying the ship? Oh, Judy.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
Oh, Rita.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
what to do with the giant dragon carrying our ship at the moment? That's the better question.
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking blastias all on our own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Well, yes and no. I don't think I think we did sort of get this, her side of the story in a sense, so...
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But...
she did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now.
But I still feel like she should probably get a little bit of a punishment, even if it isn't a traitorous punishment.
I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
There can't be no repercussions. Even the people who think they're saving the world need to be capable... Like, you can't just do something to be a martyr and expect to not be martyred for it. That's basically is what I'm getting at. That sort of thing. Even if you have people who understand you, it doesn't mean you should just be let off the hook entirely. There should be consequences to things to make... because it's part of what makes that worthwhile in the first place, no? It's hard to explain. That probably sounds very weird. Part of what makes doing good things the punishment you get is sort of what it sounds like I'm saying, but no, it's... part of fighting against, say, the norm, the status quo, is the fact that the status quo will fight back and you need to be ready for that. And there will be consequences, and being able to deal with those consequences should be part of any aspect of fighting against the status quo, essentially. And that punishment is part of it, and just sitting over and say, like, maybe whining that you're dealing with that punishment in any form, even if the people are understanding and maybe go leniently on you, it's still the rules, it's still the etc, etc. Basically. Yeah.
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
You like her, don't you? Sort of obvious.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before. Hermes blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either blastia or those techniques back with him.
If that person was still using the blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then.
You're not denying it, are you?
I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Never. What respect do you deserve, old man?
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something. Even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are.
Just slow to admit things. If you, like how you're not always honest. Something like that.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
What a stupid thing to fret over. If you knew everything. Come on, Estelle. You know that's not... You know better than that. You do.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
Well, no one would have died if we're going by the idea that wouldn't have made any mistakes. Would you prefer boring and no one dies, or exciting and people die?
I really wonder.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Maybe it's just instinct from like how stories tend to go, but why do I feel like she might have... Because she's talked about amnesia before, hasn't she? Like, oh, it happens all the time, doesn't it? Oh. Oh, I wonder. I wonder.
Well, what if it had been you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing.
Ooh, am I right?
If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Interesting. Okay.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance, and our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air. But the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
So if they're regulating air, are they bringing them into their body and that's what creates the Apatheia even? In the same vein? Because the Apatheia E is concentrated air, right?
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer.
Ah, of course you don't.
The air an Entelechea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
Possibly, and if you screw it up and you release all the air they've concentrated... Well, I suppose I can understand why What's-His-Face destroyed that one, or... released it? Did he release it back into the environment? Like, isn't the point of them concentrating it is so that they could take it out and regulate it? An entire Entelecheia's concentrated air seems like it would take a long time. To, like, form, and it'd probably have a lot of air in it.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. We could have made more wise decisions. We could have not wasted as much time. We could have done so many things differently.
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes blastia. But what I found there was not a blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
So you think her power is like that of the Hermes blastia? I don't think having one person doing that sort of thing would be that big of a deal, yeah? Maybe a family of people even? How do you get a person to act like that, though? You think they might have done something with an Apatheia in order to, like, enhance a bloodline almost, to have this, like, Hermes blastia style power, and maybe that's why people want Apatheia?
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen, it was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain.
Can a person absorb the Apatheia in some way, in the same way an Entelechea can? Or maybe, I mean, absorb maybe the Hermes blastia, or... I'm a little bit getting mixed up on the Apatheia and Hermes blastia. I know they're different things, but... I guess what I'm hinting at is the idea that that one, like, treasure that was supposed to be, like, the sign of the Emperor or whatever, right? The Imperial Throne. Because Entelechea are capable of storing that concentrated air in them in, like, this crystal form. I sort of imagine people would be able to do that too. Maybe, possibly. It's not out of the realm of possibility, at the very least. Estelle has a special power, is being detected in the same way as Hermes blastia is. That thing's missing. Just saying.
I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right?
We were never planning to fight Pharaoh, right?
I mean, we know the Hermes blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself and take responsibility for who I am.
All right. Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives.
Oh, I've seen that.
Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Okay. Let's get items first, though, because I am out. But thank you, Baul, for flying the fucking ship around, my goodness.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh, who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicheia has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Why?
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
That's so... Wait, why? What's special about Critians?
Right.
We don't know anything about Critians, do we? Okay. I imagine this is all very, very similar. Oh my, oh. That had a very interesting starting, like, art. Is he just, oh, is he, like, carrying us from his mouth? Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering how it's attached to him.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Intellicheia.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Tenza the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Hey, what happens, happens. Also, oh my goodness, just look at that. And down. That seems like that would be the bumpiest, like, most difficult ride, like, ever. Boop, boop, boom. Boop, boom, boop, boom. That seems like it would suck. I assume this is it. But, you know, items. Still want items. Oh, isn't this What's-His-Face, This is like What's-His-Face's weapon from Symphonia, isn't it? He had something, like, really similar to this, and it made no fucking sense as a weapon. It was, like, the weirdest thing ever. I don't remember his name, but he was, like, a kid. I think he had white hair or blue clothing. Been a fucking while. Dog map. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so that's how we get up on this. Okay, cool. So it sounds like, just looking at that briefly, world map, I can legitimately just fly to a place, yeah. Can I go in? I haven't been back here in forever and a half. I can go back! Neato. I haven't checked back here in a long ass time. Oh my. Hey guys, let's introduce everyone to the lower quarter. Where's what's his face? Oh, that guy looks troubled. So it might be worth noting that apparently I've been missing side quests. There's been a few things that have suggested side quests to me, but they've been on the more boring side. But just the things that have been hinted. But most of the time, it feels like I haven't seen much. I'm guessing it has to do with like going back places I've been and like doing stuff there in terms of getting side quests. And admittedly, I'm not too wound up about doing the side quests or not doing the side quests. If there's like a really good one that you'd like to recommend, I might go and do that, but I'm enjoying the story as it is at the moment, so I'm not too worried about doing every little thing. I've never been too worried about that, honestly.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Apatheia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Repeat?
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
What, that he doesn't think that Yuri understands him very well. Like every time he tries to speak, he's like, "Hey Yuri, get me some food," and Yuri's just like, "Yeah, those guys really are just, you know, one of a kind, aren't they?" It's just like, "No, I didn't say anything about that. God damn it, Yuri." Yeah, it does look like the core is back in place, and water for everyone. Nora. Oh, I don't care. What are you doing, Rita? I'm not going to be voicing this at all. Rita. Nora moved. Are you scaring the cat away, Rita? What the hell? No, I lost Estelle and Rita because I didn't accidentally. I just figured I might be told, like, "Hey, could you do this for me?" And I'd be like, "Nah," if I really didn't feel like it. But apparently I legitimately lost Estelle and Rita. Oh my goodness. They're over there, then. The proper method of meowing. This is fucking weird. I don't know what's going on. A ritual? Maybe. Oh, nope. Rita did such a good job, the cat just jumped to its death. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. You think she might like cats? You think she might be basically a cat in human form? Yeah, maybe. And Rita. Oh boy. We're just chasing a cat at this point. Oh, she's gonna turn in. Where is Estelle, by the way? Wait, when did he have there, Estelle? Of course, Carol, the former monster hunter. Oh my. Ugh. Oh, why didn't we think of that when we broke in there? Oh, I don't know. That's one way of putting it. Okay, we are now... Okay, I'm leaving this town before other bad things happen.
Pharaoh, Belius, Baul? What sort of beings are Entelecheia anyway?
They are the oldest intelligent life forms on Terra Lumines.
So, they aren't monsters?
They aren't. It's said that they have a higher level of awareness than humans, though they don't have a civilization.
Shiver me timbers! The Entelecheia were smart!
The reports we get from Baul are pretty accurate.
He's a smart boy.
Treating him like a really smart dog, though. I guess he must appreciate that. What is this now? Oh, neato. Huh, okay. I guess that must have been one of those naturally appearing resources. Ooh, what is this now? Sorry, at this point, I'm basically just spending my time flying around the world and checking out random shit. Ooh. Good old pineapple gel. Couldn't have found that anywhere else, but this ruinous place. Some weird guitar or something or other. Okay, guess I just can't get in now. I'm guessing I'll be back here soon enough then. So one of my thoughts leading me to search these areas a bit more is like, doesn't this mean that essentially we've gained access to literally every city in the world? Because we can get to basically anywhere now, yeah? Ooh, is that a... No, that's not a city. It almost looked like there might have been some, like, cities on the cliffside there. Like, building-looking models, but not really, you know? Huh. Oh, I see that down there. Not just there. Oh my goodness, keep giving me stuff, please. I see that down there, though. But I can't get over to there. Not really. No. Okay. Can I land on that just little outcropping there? It seems like there's a way down. Yeah, I might be able to. Yeah. Seems like this might be the only way to get down there. Here, specifically. Oh my goodness, just keep giving me stuff. And I might be way outpowered by these, so... I guess I can't just, like, wade into the water, I guess. Okay. I guess Baul can pick me up anywhere, though, but he can't put me down anywhere. This is also new, but lacks the ability to enter it at the moment. Okay. Weird. It doesn't even give me the option like the other places. Man, there's like literally one freaking city in the entire southern hemisphere. That's like ridiculous. Oh, we climbed down onto the ice areas. I remember seeing this before. Huh. You know who I haven't seen in a while? That traveling thingamabom. You know what I'm talking about. The, like, traveling inn. I haven't seen them in a long time. And probably this will be a while yet, as I probably won't just go try and track them down either. Okay, now that I've spent, like, the last however long just flying around doing shit, looking at shit, I will see you all next time, as I will go ahead and talk to Pharaoh. And see if that ends up in a fight, because, you know, it's going to end up in a fight. I think we all think it's going to end up in a fight. Don't we? Okay, I'll see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone.